now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
Well now?
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
A clue?
The letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Ooh.
Candy can be a clue?
Ooh.
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means...
Or eaten it.
The gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime after I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
Oh? Oh? Am I about to play Mario Kart? I feel like I'm about to play Mario Kart. New minigame time, the fuck word. Yes. You never need the brake! I'm a professional minecart driver! Think, oh my. Okay. Oh, I see. It's a special stage from Sonic 2. Or, alternatively, Motor Rooter from Mario Party 3. Question un. Does it tell me if I'm right? Would it have told me if I was wrong? Why do I only have most of my life left? Okay. Okay, this is kind of awesome. Whoop! Obstacles. Nope.
It's all coming together.
The wrong track ends and you'd fail. Okay, cool. That was really cool. I like that.
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing.
SSX tricky, I see.
I've
I've never played that,
Do I
so
have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
But yeah, it was totally Motor Rooter.
There should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look for.
Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good!
Well, then she'd get executed. I don't think she wants to do that. There's no way, right? Yeah, okay. I tried.
Here! The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But the two people even hide in such a small place, and without Yoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Crap! Here!
Okay, so I had the right idea. It was
What
just
about
the wrong
surfboard
spot.
Case in the closet. I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
I thought in the kayak, but then I realized that doesn't make any sense.
Inside the surfboard case?
Yeah,
But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think?
yeah.
2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. Because we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
No.
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would
Don't
leave
give
Hiyoko by
Nagito
herself
more
if they were trying
more
to frame
self-esteem
her.
issues. He's already got enough of them.
If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Say whatever you want, even if you didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya!
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
No.
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well...
That makes sense.
Something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez! You're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction.
Okay, so is it a yes or no?
It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're
Discovered
saying it's
even.
unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Oh.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
That's
What's wrong with that?
interesting.
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange.
That's more than somewhat
Let's
strange.
get back to our original
Who
topic.
was it then,
You're the
other
one who went on
than
a tangent.
Steenie and Kazuichi?
We were just saying the killer was hiding.
'Cause it
in the
wasn't
surfboard
me.
Case, right?
And after Hyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear.
Will the real third person please stand up?
Killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be alright. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
The final feature. Why do I feel like this isn't actually going to be the final feature? Excuse me. Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. One bullet.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
Yeah, maybe.
They couldn't use the shower, right?
Correct.
So washing it off would have been impossible.
Are you sure?
They didn't have to use the shower.
What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower,
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and floosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
This is what I was
Maybe they
concerned
simply
about.
washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been
Nope.
impossible.
Nope.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Forgot the buttons again.
They used something. What did they do with the bloody? They cut it up.
Oh wait, I forgot to grab the thing again. God, flargon.
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with?
Maybe they simply
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off.
La la la.
What about maybe they wore one when?
If they used something other than the shower,
Yoink.
What did they do with the bloody? They cut it up and
As someone who flushes, it would definitely clog.
perhaps someone other than. Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply.
They couldn't use the shower.
No, that's wrong. They just needed to wash off the blood. They didn't necessarily have to use the shower.
Indeed.
They could have just as easily used something else.
Like perhaps the ocean?
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Oh, that's...
Damn it!
Okay, that...
See.
That slightly derails what I was thinking.
Couldn't the killer
But
use
this
those
this actually makes way more sense.
I've seen through it.
But actually, it makes less sense, because
In theory.
wouldn't the floor be, like, super wet?
Why?
Unless they did it in the shower room.
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand
Hmm?
that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
I'm just gonna... Yeah,
It's
thanks.
true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try one bottle drink. It wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
Mash!
We can't assume they used just one drink.
Well, of course not.
They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Yeah,
Didn't I say it was impossible?
you did.
There
You're
were
wrong.
no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words. Oh, there were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
Not anymore.
That was
Because they
after
were
the
all in the
incident.
trash can.
But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
One.
Huh? You should have said so sooner.
Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Yep.
It seems you've realized who the killer is. See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
I think so.
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be?
You're the only one! Hecko. Is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
You didn't even give her the
Then I
chance
should
to
ask you
speak.
this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
Because you were wet!
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
I was right,
Killer really did wash
but,
the blood off with water bottles.
not
They'd have to
only
drench their
mostly
entire
for the
body.
right reasons.
But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry.
She had special dialogue denying it was
Said you
her.
went swimming so you'd
Interesting.
have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something! Hold on, you bastard!
Hmm?
You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming!
Dude.
No one even saw her swimming. No. I saw her. Huh? After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home.
He's the other person who found the body.
So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
What am I gonna do with all the sheaths? God damn.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer! We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house!
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked, and if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
I'm not sure if you've heard of these things called windows.
Nico, you're not the suspect. Pecco is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolved.
Well, if Pecco is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
See. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with fan service on that.
I see! If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... Well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Pecco could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulder, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Yep, no littering.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Mm-hmm.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
Not true at all.
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object.
I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body. Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object?
Perhaps in her sword case
You say
bag?
she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
Sword case bag?